This is a DIY RC sound system. Where to start? Right. So you have a servo, an old servo that's probably been water damage or something, or a burnt out motor, but the circuit board has to work. So what you would do is take off the back cover, get to the circuit board, expose that there. You have a small circuit board like this here or a bigger one. Strip the whole thing up. You're going to basically have a whole lot of parts and crap, like stuff that'll come out like this here. You have the motor and your gearing and all that stuff, right? So when you got the servo open, now my servo is connected to channel 3. My channel 3 is currently off. Okay, when it was off and I connected it to channel 3, obviously because everything was open and the gearing was out, current was still going through to the motor and the motor was spinning. So that's where you would have to get this bugger here, the potentiometer, which normally sits under the main gear, where your servo horn would go at the end there. This will be on the inside. This somewhere goes like that there. This actually helps for your what you call your steering, your proportional steering, and the strength and turning and so forth, etc., etc. So you will have to turn your pot, short form pot, turn that to find the neutral or the zeroed or centered position, meaning that motor must stop spinning. Or if you have your multimeter on the ends of the board where you unsolder the motor from, you'll have your positive and negative on that on the circuit board. Right. You'll find your positive and negative there, have a multimeter there, and see if any current. If it's at zero, then you know you found the center of the potentiometer. Then you know that the circuit board is receiving no current from the receiver, or if it's receiving a current from the receiver, it's not pushing a current to the motor. So you found the center. Then you take a drop of super glue, you put a drop of super glue on the top here, you seal this bugger, right? But he has to stay in there. You seal him up, and then that's it, Bob's your uncle. So all the gearing comes out, you don't need none of this here. Then you take a negative and positive wire. You'll have that soldered to the motor point on the circuit board. You put everything back together, you close it up, Bob's your uncle. Then the next part. This is a buck converter, right? It can handle anything up until 12 volts, I believe. So the problem is that MP3 circuit board can't work with 6 volt because it came with one 3.7 volt rechargeable battery, a small little battery, like a cell phone battery. So when I connected it directly, that was not working. I had to install this here. This is actually better than a resistor because I am dropping 5.8 volts BEC current that's coming into here. It's getting dropped via adjusting the little potentiometer that's built into this board here. And the out current from here is now 3.8 to 4 volts. I actually got it set on 4 volts. I use a multimeter on either end to see how much of voltage is coming out. From there, positive negative wire coming through to the most important part, your MP3 circuit board, which you get from the little boom boxes that these guys sell. Don't buy the Bluetooth one, that's crap. Then I got it mounted in such a way, because as I said, I don't have the one with the remote, so I'm using the little controller button there for pause, forward, volume, etc., etc. Got the music stored on the SD card that's there. Now, to get this whole thing going, there you have your 2 positive wires, 2 negative wires. One is coming to this old ESS dual speaker that I have here. The other one is running to the drum speaker that is at the back there. Cool. Now, to get the whole thing in operation, and one more, the light is coming from here. I just got it sitting on the inside there. So when you switch channel 3 on, the light comes on, the music starts up. See? So that means the current from the receiver is coming through to the servo, from the servo going to the buck converter, from the buck converter through to the MP3 circuit board. And then you are sorted. That's how you do your DIY RC crawler sound system.